Welcome to the Man United stream, hope you're doing well. It's Wednesday morning and we've got a cracking show for you today. Yes, we're talking about players and how Ineos are lining up to sell most of the United squad. Is this for real? Have we been just dreaming this up or is this actually happening? What is your thoughts on this? We're going to be discussing this and lots more in today's show, so make sure you stick around, make sure you hit the like button on this video, and if you're not a subscriber to the Man United stream channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you can keep up to date with all the latest Manchester United news and more from one single daily dose. But let's kick off today's show with, of course, this breaking news about United, or Ineos to be accurate, are lining up a huge fire sale of United players this January or summer. We're not quite sure who they're going to sell, but we've heard that the likes of Marcus Rashford, even Bruno Fernandes, are not off that list. They're waiting on offers to come in. If anyone wants United stars, they can come in and make an offer, and if they make the right offer, they will get their man. That's what the signals we're receiving, and that's what sources close to United are telling everybody. This is huge news. What are Ineos planning? What are they planning? Look, I accept that there's a good third of this squad that needs to be sold, but if they are willing to sell their top stars, I mean, like Bruno Fernandes, like Manu, maybe even Martinez they're talking about, that's ridiculous. We can't sell everybody, but we do need to sell the likes of Marcus Rashford and others who've just simply not performed. Now, Marcus Rashford, we all know, has been talk of a sale for a long time. PSG have sniffed around for a long time, but everything went cold. But still, United are interested in selling Marcus Rashford because Rashford hasn't hit the form. He's not turning it around. And well, look, I said it a couple of seasons ago. We need to get rid of Marcus Rashford, cash in on him so we can go out there and buy some other young talent. That's what I think we should be doing. Drop your comments below on what you think about Marcus Rashford. Should United be selling him or should United still hold on to him? You'd have to be mad to think you have to hold on to Marcus Rashford. We'd like to hear from Man United fans on this fire sale and what they think of Marcus Rashford and the others who might be up for sale. Look, we all know United need to sort this crap out, but whether they sell everybody in this squad is the right answer, I'm not quite sure. And the other fear I have is with Ineos. Ineos, I do not trust. I do not trust Ineos. They've managed Nice for a long time, not done anything with that club, and I just don't know if Ineos are the right people to be running the footballing side of things. Look, Glazers, awful. We all know the Glazers have gone into hiding, but they are still majority owners of this club. And then we've got Ineos, and I don't think that's a great mix. Look, I was very clear when the process of the sale was going through, or it was up for sale, United was, and the Qataris were sniffing around and Sheikh Yassim was being mentioned. I said it to everybody. I want Sheikh Yassim to take over because he was offering something that none of the other parties were offering. Number one, he was going to clear the debt. Number two, he was going to get rid of the Glazers fully. They were not going to be around to say anything or do anything. They were going to fully get cut off by United, and that was the most important thing for me. And number three, he was going to invest in the club, in players and the infrastructure, and that's all I wanted to hear. That's all I wanted. I wanted United to be competing against the likes of Cities and Newcastle and Chelsea's, but Ineos were never going to offer us that. Yes, they were going to huff and puff and they were going to talk the talk, but we all knew Jim Ratcliffe didn't have the money. He wasn't going to put the money down and transform the club. What we're hearing now is that they're making further cuts at United with staff, with budgets. It's just ridiculous. And this is not good. This is not good. If you want to see United back on the pedestal of being one of the best clubs in Europe, if not the world, why would you want to hear about cuts? We've heard from sources very close to United, working at Man United, working at Old Trafford, working at Carrington, who've all said the same thing to us, which is things don't look good. Things don't look good, and Ineos have been cutting jobs left, right and centre. and they're coming in and trying to cut further jobs, further budgets, and really squeezing everything at United. And that's, look, there's an element where you think, right, okay, if there's waste going on at United, yes, of course they should be making cuts. But if they're making cuts to essential jobs and are not replacing them with anybody, that's not a good sign. And what we've been hearing from sources at United is that Ineos are not interested in the club itself. All they care about is making a profit. If that is the case, that is bad news. And we did call it. We called it earlier on last year when we said that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is just another Glazer. He is another Glazer coming in and looking to strip away the heritage of this club and really doesn't care for the club's success going forward. Look, we all know that Jim Ratcliffe, before turning up to United, was trying to buy Chelsea, had bought Nice, was trying his hand at football ownership. And that doesn't bode well with me, because I'm thinking, well, if he was a pure Man United fan, he wouldn't be interested in buying any other club. He would have just set his heart on United and tried to buy United, and that's all. And if he failed, he wouldn't have bought any other club. He wouldn't have tried any other club. But look, he's been at Nice, and we've seen Nice haven't done well. And that's the worst thing you can see. If someone's come to you for a job and his CV tells you that they've failed at a previous job, exactly the same position, would you take them on? No, you wouldn't. So why would we take Ineos on? That was my concern then, and it still is now. I still have that concern. Everything that goes wrong at the club, I look back at Ineos and I think, wait up, are Ineos doing the right job? Yes, they've got the right infrastructure in place, but this Dan Ashworth thing that's happened really has put the cat amongst the pigeons, because I'm really thinking, shit, is this actually a good thing or a bad thing? I'm not quite sure. What is going on behind the scenes? I like the fact that Omar Brada did take charge and brought in Ruben Amorim, but I'm not quite sure whether the departure of Dan Ashworth is a good thing. That's my concern. Let us know in the comments below what you think about Dan Ashworth's departure and if you're happy with it or not. And tell us the reasons for why, because we'd love to hear from Man United fans about what their take is on this current United situation. But coming back to the sale of players, of course we need to sell players. We need to get our money's worth from these players because they're running themselves into the ground, and well, United can't afford to keep paying them. We're talking about 300 grand plus for some players who are not even starting for United. So why would you be paying them that much? You need to get them off the books, sell them, and get somebody else in who's cheaper and maybe help United going forward. That's my take on it. I'm sure there's other people like Ruben Amorim who's come into United thinking, what a waste. We've got all these players on huge salaries, but they're not actually offering anything to United. So I'm going to stick with Ineos and their fire sale. I want this to go ahead. I want the players who are wasteful at United to be out of here. That's what I want. Let us know in the comments below what you want. You were watching the Man United Stream channel by the fans for the fans.